Poor Joseph! His hands were tied by the slave traders, and they made him walk behind a very smelly camel. Each night, as he slept on the hard ground, he thought how happy he had been at home with his father Jacob. This is the worst, he thought. What a mess!
What a mess! What a mess! What a horrible mess! What a horrible mess that was!
At last, they arrived in Egypt, where Joseph was sold to Potiphar, the captain of the Pharaoh's guard. Even though Joseph was unhappy, he determined to work hard. Potiphar noticed this. He put Joseph in charge of the household, so Joseph learned how to work with other people. But Potiphar's wife was not a nice person. She kept telling Joseph to stop working and sit by her. Joseph refused and tried to keep away from her. One day, Potiphar's wife crept up behind Joseph and began to take off his cloak. Joseph ran out of the house, leaving his cloak behind. Immediately, Potiphar's wife started screaming. "Joseph attacked me!" she cried. "He only stopped when I screamed. See his cloak!" Potiphar believed her and threw Joseph into prison. What a mess!
What a mess! What a mess! What a horrible mess! What a horrible mess that was!
Even in prison, Joseph worked hard. The jailer was pleased. He put Joseph in charge of the jail. So Joseph learnt how to work with other people. One of the prisoners was Pharaoh's cupbearer. It was his job to taste the wine before Pharaoh drank to make sure it wasn't poisoned. Another was Pharaoh's baker. One morning Joseph noticed that they looked even more unhappy than usual. "What's wrong?" asked Joseph. "I had a strange dream last night," said the cupbearer. "I saw a vine with 3 branches. Buds appeared, which turned into blossoms and became ripe grapes. I squeezed them into Pharaoh's cup and gave it to him. What can it mean?" "Cheer up," said Joseph. "It means that in 3 days you will be set free and go back to serving Pharaoh again. When you do, please tell Pharaoh to let me out. I did nothing wrong, yet I was thrown in prison and have been here for years." The cupbearer was overjoyed. "Of course I will," he said. The baker was pleased. He thought, the cupbearer's dream had a good meaning, so mine must as well. He told Joseph, "In my dream, I was carrying 3 bread baskets on my head. Birds flew down and ate the bread in the top basket. "Sorry," said Joseph. "I'm afraid that means Pharaoh will execute you in 3 days." 3 days later, on Pharaoh's birthday, the baker was executed, and the cupbearer was set free. As the cupbearer waved goodbye to Joseph, Joseph thought, now things will definitely get better. But they didn't. Every morning for the next 2 years, Joseph hoped he would be set free that day. The cupbearer completely forgot about Joseph. What a mess!
What a mess! What a mess! What a horrible mess! What a horrible mess that was!
But God did not forget Joseph. God had a plan and was watching over him.